All right, happy Wednesday afternoon. One of my traders thought it would be beneficial if I discussed the price action today. And for us today, it was stand down. In fact, let me switch over here and show you the battle plan and what I did in the review section, which by the way is free for everybody every day. You can go look at the review section of what how we traded off of yesterday's battle plan. So battle plan 1 had a long here. And then I'll just scroll down a little bit. Battle plan 4 had this beautiful 60-point move here. So absolutely gorgeous. The point of this, though, is to talk about what we did on Zoom today, because I think that's really important. So what I did is I downloaded the Zoom transcript and I put it into AI and I said, how many times did I say do not trade? And give them to me in a list. Do not trade this. I will not be trading this. Stand down. Do not trade this. Do not trade this. I think the review is going to be super easy today. These 3 15-point candles means don't trade. Don't trade this. Stand down. You know, earlier I said the most valuable thing I can tell you to do is don't trade this. Don't let yourself get hurt. I absolutely will not be trading. Well, I kind of did trade. I'll talk about that in a minute. Just don't trade today. The absolute best trading strategy right now is do not trade. I wouldn't trade this with your paper trading account. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even want to hurt your paper trading account. Just don't trade this. Nobody's trade plan has you trading in today's price action. This is not tradable. You need to screenshot that, which is the chart. We'll talk about in a second. This is just not tradable. No position is a trade. I'm not trading for my sanity. Okay? I did end up taking a couple trades, which we will talk about because we got to battle plan 4. But I think what's important, now let's pop back over here to the chart. One of the things I'm really big about is when we have 15-point candles. And today's even a little more interesting. So let me just turn on this on our essentials indicator, which is going to paint candles red if they're 15 points or more. Okay. Now, what I'm going to show you here is this first candle was 1 tick away from being a 15-point candle. 14.5. My goodness, huge candle alert here. Let's go to 14.5. So just 2 ticks different. 2 ticks different. We're gonna use that because it even showcases more. So even at 14.5, look at all the red candles. Look at all of these red candles, guys. Okay. For our group, one of our rules, and once again, you do you, but my goal is to keep you safe. My goal is to keep the powder dry so you can trade another day. You do not have to trade this. Just like I said, I think it was 19 times, you do not need to trade this. When you get a large red candle, that means you can't trade until it bounces off 2 levels without another red candle. So got another red candle, another red candle, another red, start over. Okay. Maybe somewhere in here, you could have been looking to trade. However, that was New York lunch, which I don't recommend you trade. Then red candle, absolutely screaming at you. Don't trade this. Don't trade this. Now, I am very proud of my members because several of them said if it wasn't for this group, I would be really red today. And I appreciate that. When the conditions are prime, like yesterday, these conditions were prime. We traded for 5 hours yesterday just to be in this trade here, calling this short here and calling this short here. Okay? Beautiful. Major week. What about today? Today was a different beast. Today was stand down, don't trade this. And then I was really proud because my traders were standing back waiting for battle plan 4 to map out. And just so proud of saying, you know what, if I'm going to trade, I got to wait till price gets down here. So we were looking for price to enter into this range here, and it just barely tipped its little pretty nose inside of that range. And then we were using our strong levels to help with the aid of being long. So here, let's drop in time frames here. So this little dip here, Now we start looking for the battle plan 4 to map out. And as you can tell, this thing mapped out beautifully. If you could have gotten entry, if you could have held on, and if you were willing to trade inside of these big candles. Now, one of the things I also said in the battle plan, which is really true, and I encourage you to read the review section. Read this. No FOMO if you missed it. This was violent, dangerous price action. Even if you sat this one out and said, I'm not trading it, it's nice to see that the mapped out battle plan trade worked as mapped. Okay? Learning to be content when price runs without you is one of the emotional hurdles traders face, and it sucks. It does. You map out a trade, it works out exactly as you mapped out, but for whatever reason, your rules said, no, you cannot trade this. Or you didn't get an entry, or you got an entry and you were triple tapped and it got you out. It happens. It's never easy to watch it go, especially when you mapped it out. You waited and waited for it. And then, well, it runs without you. Not every move is your move on your terms. That said, this is a great example of our battle plan system in action. Yes, it is. Battle plan 4, gorgeous. If we consistently look for the right trades in the right locations, that's the purpose of the battle plan. Look for the right trades in the right trade locations. The odds of your success is significantly higher, but not guaranteed. So I don't want to pretend with it your success is guaranteed, even though the mapped out played, because you might have done something different. So today was a no trade day. And in fact, if you scroll down, we do the trades of the day. The battle plan had 2 entries that played out nice. Zoom, I can't award it any points. Why? Because this was do not trade this. Our core strategy, which is our scalping system, I didn't add any points to today. So neither Zoom nor core strategy got points. And for battle plan 4 that went 60, I only counted it as 30 points because it made it to my mapped out here. Although it went another 30 points, I'm not counting that towards the scorecard. But the lesson here is learn to stand down. Learn when to say no. One of them is when you get those large irrational candles. Our system works amazing in rational price action. It even worked in these big 15-point candles, but it's really dangerous because at any moment you can have a 15 to 23-point candle back in your face. If being part of a group that helps keep you safe would be something that you would like, check us out at microstrader.com, and I hope you had a successful day trading. Tomorrow's trades tonight at microstrader.com and click Battle Plan.